Assalamu alaikum. I hope my all students are good. Today we are going to start a new chapter of the grammar, that is the verb tenses. As all of you know what is a verb, they are the action words, they are the doing words. Today we are going to read verb tenses. Verb tense tells us when an action takes place. So there are two types of verb tenses, that is the past and the present. The past tense tells us what has already happened, whereas the present tense tells us what is happening presently. So after your weekends, you come to school. I ask you that what you have done in your weekends. So you tell me you ate pizza, you went shopping, you went to your nana's house. So these are the things that you are telling me about your pastime. So right now, I'm teaching you the lesson. You are understanding it. You are listening to me. This is what you are doing right now. This is happening right now. So while just keeping in mind the verb present, so you should keep in mind these helping verbs that are usually with the verbs of the present tense. That is, am, and are. Sometimes in sentences, the helping verbs shows us the tense of the verb. By just taking the example of the sentence they have given in the book, today Tom is rowing his boat. So as you can see that it's talking about today, just right now. So it tells us that it is in the present tense, as it is having the helping verb is, and along with the verb they have added an ing at the end, which just reminds us that it is the verb tense of the present. In the next example, last week Tom rowed his boat. So this is about the last week, the time that has passed. So they have not added an helping verb with it, but what has been done, there has an ed been added after row, which is the verb, by just making the changes of removing the helping verb, and by not adding an ing, instead of adding an ing they have added an ed to make it in the past tense. Just going to give you another example of a sentence. I am playing. So can you identify the helping verb, which is am, which tells us the verb of the tense of present, and along with the verb that is play they have added an ing. Then in the next sentence, yesterday I played. So as you can see, it's about the past, yesterday, and instead of playing I have just made some changes, removed the ing and added an ed to make it in the past tense. So you're just going to do the practice on the book. What you have to do is copy the sentences, underline the verb in each one, show whether it is in the present tense or the past tense. The first one has been done for you. Ben is finishing his homework. As you can see, the helping verb is of the present and it has an ing with the verb. So you have to underline the verb along with the helping verb, and you have to write in front of it either it's the present tense or it is the past tense. The same sentences you have to do the same thing. So the regular verbs are those verbs having a fixed pattern, like jump, jumped, fix, fixed, play, played. So all these verbs have a fixed pattern by just adding an ed. The second point of the regular verbs is verbs base form, which is the actual form, like play, row. These are added by d, ed, and ied. I have given the example of the verbs like jumped, cry. What is the verb's base form? Cry. And it's made in the verb tense, verb's past tense, by just adding an ied. So there are the irregular verbs are those which have no fixed pattern. Instead of adding an ed, we just change the spellings of the verbs. And the second point is that cannot be formed by adding fixed characters. The fixed characters are they can't be made into we can't change the verb tense just by adding d, ed, or ied. There are many other changes in the spellings. we cannot make them having the fixed characters. So these are some of the irregular verbs. Run, ran. We didn't add an ed with it. We just made some changes by adding a instead of u. Eat, ate. Sleep, slept. Fly, flew. Blow, blew. These are the irregular verbs by we can't just add an ed, d or ied with it. They have no fixed characters. So after you have done practice on the book, we're going to do the making sure on the copy. So there is a box of verbs given to you. Jump, shout, talk, help, flow, play, skip, hop, laugh, and act. What do you have to do? You have to write a pair of sentences using each verb. The first one obviously has been done for you. You will make two sentences using the same verb. In the first sentence, the verb should be in the present tense. In the second sentence, the verb should be in the past tense. Like, today Sam is jumping. Yesterday Sam jumped. So, as using the same verb, you have to make two sentences. One would be in the present and one would be in the past. So, you will use all these verbs and make sentences. Just like these sentences, you're going to do your making sure. Like in the first one, I have made two sentences over here. One is in the present tense and one is in the past tense. I am swimming in the pool. This first sentence is made in the present, and the second one, I swam in the pool. And as you can see, this is not a regular verb. This is an irregular verb. She is watching TV. So the first sentence is in the present tense. She watched TV. So the second one is in the past tense. And this is which kind of verb? This is an regular verb because it has a fixed character which is ed. So after doing making sure on the copy, you will complete this chart. The verbs are written. They are the base form verbs. And what do you have to do? You have to write the present tense using that verb and the past tense. Wait. Tom is waiting. What will come in the past tense? Tom waited. So as the base form with the fixed character, that is ed. Skip. Tom is. Write the present tense, then write the past tense, and then just by following the same pattern, you will complete this chart. After completing question number 2, now you will practice your punctuation. Do the capitalization, put the punctuation marks, full stops, inverted commas, and in question number 2, underline the verb in each sentence. Then question number 3, rewrite each sentence changing the verb into the past tense. The verb that you have underlined, you will make it into the past.